Mr. Desiderio has identified an attorney that would be able to handle this. And I guess the question, Mr. Desiderio, is what are the expectations of cost or range for the lawsuit?
Well, it's hard. It really is. It's hard. I mean, I think
Could you get closer to the microphone, please, Roger?
yeah, there's going to be a conference call of counsel in terms of strategizing on how best to deal with it. Fees will be on an hourly basis. Identified John Drill as a lawyer who is extensive experience in land use. He was at one time, and he may still be, editor of the Cox book, which is the primer on land use. Very experienced, and his rate would be $175 an hour. So I can't, which is very fair, it's just very difficult to say. You know, if it were dismissed on a motion, which I assume would probably be the first step, then it'll be not that much. If it goes further, then obviously the cost will be more. So I just can't, in good conscience, tell you a number.
You'll keep us apprised as time goes on what this is costing the taxpayers, correct?
Well, I can tell Mr. Manning will know, and Mr. Uribe will certainly know.
Because this would be also in addition to the counsel that we have to hire for our part in this.
The township is also named as a party. The township was served. I acknowledge service on behalf of the township. McManaman in Scotland, who is the township's redevelopment counsel, will be representing the township in connection with it. I will appear as co-counsel without charge to the township, so that I am kept abreast of what's involved, and I'll be involved on a day-to-day basis with it. But like I said, the township will pay only for one lawyer, and that'll be McManaman in Scotland.
And their fees are?
I believe they're $200 an hour. Is that right? Yeah. Yes.
So, I'm sorry.
Has the Maplewood Village Alliance been actually served?
I don't know the answer to that. I would have to reach out to Mr. James. But again, you know, if Mr. Drill is going to be representing them, he'll be the one who will be dealing with Mr. James or whomever they designate as the coordinated person for purposes of defense of the lawsuit.
What's his name again?
John Drill, D-R-I-L-L.
I'm sorry, how's this spelled?
Pardon me?
Drill like drill?
Drill like drill, so yes, D-R-I-L-L.
Mr. Ryan?
So the question is, if we're inclined to agree with this request from the Maplewood Village Alliance, what's the appropriate mechanism to do that? Do we need to simply pass a resolution agreeing to their request and directing staff to appropriate money for this? What's the proper form of this?
The answer is yes. I would say there should be a resolution authorizing the expenditure of funds in defense of this lawsuit. I think the proper procedure would be Mr. Drill will bill the alliance, and the alliance in turn will then send those bills on to Mr. Manning for reimbursement to the alliance.